So that's nice. That's very good. Why? You know, it's like probably it was lunchtime and they just dropped the hammer and ran off, basically. Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode of Little Big Workshop. With me, Spacefish, and with our beautiful, big new assembly lineup here. Which, well, is theoretically our secondary assembly line, this being our primary one. I think you can somehow see the issue there, can you? But yeah, as you all may remember, in the last episode we finally made this thing absolutely huge. And upped our assembly capabilities by a lot. I really enjoyed that, and the telephone's already ringing, wow. Did they just give us the starting contract for them again? Yes, they did, because, like, we actually failed that the last time around. Unfortunately, it was very annoying that. But, that said, there seems to be mini trucks en route right now, and there's a truck chilling right here that's doing... What in the world is going on? What are we bringing to that truck? Oh, it's the recycling stuff. Okay. Yeah, I understand. So the recycling stuff, and apparently also the bots are going out to the truck, and then we will have a few more things out of the way again. And I feel we probably need a few more projects, because as you can see down here, woodworking is already very well done. I mean, even like the gluing seems to be pretty much done. Both the office desks. All the prep work is done. Look at that. It's absolutely mad. So we need more stuff for the woodworking boys and girls, of course, and we will probably need more stuff for the metalworking people too, because all this stuff seems to be done for me, and all the plastic working seems to be done for... What in the world? That's kind of crazy. It seems like everybody's just now working in assembly instead. But I don't really have the amount of assembly specialists required for my huge assembly line at this point, I don't think. We've got like 10, we've got 13 tables, and we've got another 6, so we've got 19 tables. We have got 14 assembly specialists, and we don't have any more worker slots. So we will need to actually level our factory here first, I think, because I need that 100 employee cap so we can... probably get like another 10 workers that will level up to assembly specialists, because I do want to next thing actually take care of moving this thing all the way out here and having a huge final assembly, at least the size of this secondary one, if not even a tad bit bigger. And then this is basically, I think we're maybe just going to do, like, make this one big output storage with like a few of these robot assembly thingies. Or we can maybe just have robot assembly thingies in here or in that room, something like that, you know. I was initially kind of thinking of moving this loading bay, right? But I've kind of come to think, like, honestly, why? If we have the export storage still here, and, you know, I mean, we kind of get the opportunity to make it bigger that way, we can still, you know, do everything just fine. So I don't really see the need to move the loading bay, and that kind of also spares us spending 3 research points on that, because... I mean, let's face it, there's more interesting things to spend your research points on, isn't there? Not really that many things left, I'll have to say, but there is more interesting things. So, let me... I don't know, I mean, I would get new projects in here, but it seems everybody's, like, instead kind of working away at assembly, and I do kind of like that, because we have a lot of things to actually assemble. Got to deliver these chairs before the market takes a bit of a dump. And we will have... Okay, let's do this. Let's do these office chairs here instead, because that's a nice alternative product for us. So that said, that will require a bit more planning. So we do need a good bunch of comfort for this stuff. So let's start out with adding a lot of comfort to it. Now we don't really need much more, so we'll go for that. And that is actually too much. Weird. I thought. Okay, well, anyways, this seems to already be placing us in the kind of space we need, and now we just really need more strength. So this is kind of max strength, so we're going to go pick that, and then we're going to and pick that, and we're going to go and grab this, and, well, that's not quite enough, so we'll probably need to throw something at it in terms of materials, but other than that, you know, I mean, this is all very easy, straightforward stuff. The color of the plastic doesn't actually matter because we're gonna have cloth on top of that. I wish there was other colors, you know, something like black or a proper white, or I don't know, maybe even something crazy like yellow or green or something. You know, just some alternatives, but that's fine. So we will be well, it seems that already placed us in the kind of area we needed to go. Now we have everything in terms of materials. It's a pretty simple product to make as well. I think we'll just be making a lot of it, honestly, because we need to get people busy, and well, it's not going to be that much work, honestly, because it's mostly sewing, and we don't really have that many sewing tables. So it's probably going to be a bit of a bottleneck production. My game seems to be slightly laggy. That is weird and worrying at the same time. Huh. I hope it's all fine for you lot. I'm going to check this out real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, and back we are. So it seems like Microsoft Edge decided to pull a very weird one on me and pull like 3 times the RAM that Chrome does for me currently, which, you know, is kind of weird, but I got rid of Edge and it's all fine and fluid again, so there was certainly something wrong there, and that said, it doesn't feel that fluid anymore. Oh, whoa, this is kind of bad. I think I'll be back in a minute again with you. Maybe I'm gonna have to restart this. Okay, so I've kind of assigned everything now. I haven't fixed or restarted anything yet because I really just kind of quickly want to check out if they're like, if this is maybe just a little bit weird during the planning, or if like something is really going down the dumpster. So we're gonna do 30 of these. I've actually done all the final assembly to the bigger assembly line now, just to, you know, well, hopefully get that line a bit more involved and balance out the bottlenecks a bit. But well, let's execute this. And as you can see, it's all working fine. So that's weird. That seems to have been something weird during that planning mode. But now that we're out of it, it's all working just fine again. So, well, I guess that is what it is. As long as it works now, I'm happy. I love how I've got 3 different types of office desk in the queue, by the way. That is kind of insane. But well, so with that said, we are going to be selling the office desks. Did we actually just level? Oh, we did. Good news. Good news, everyone. Let's instantly increase our employee cap here. That's just what we need. 100 workers is now our employee limit, and I'm sure we'll need it. We'll go straight up by 10 employees here, and they all just fall in as mannequins, and hopefully they'll gain experience quickly so I can actually get them in on final assembly, because we will need more final assembly to be done ASAP. That said, I mean, this assembly line is doing great. It's more this one that's a bit slow and lacking behind here. Well, that should be fixed eventually, I hope. So, fingers crossed right there. We also got to keep our budget in check, but at the moment it's not looking that bad. And I would really like to restart one of these things here, but I don't think we're going to do that just yet, because I'm kind of afraid of failing it again, to be honest. But what we can do... Oh, wait. There's a plane. There's a plane. We can make a plane. We can make a plane. We will make a plane. That is a definite must-have. But yeah, I definitely want to push mozzarella. And, well, what better thing to do with than a plane? So let's go and do that. I am going to go and choose a cheaper manufacturing option here for the time being, of course. This is going to be a big planning thing, I think. Oh, we're definitely going to make it a biplane. Most certainly. We are going to give it a minicat engine, which is kind of the only option, and we will go and weld it, because that seems to be a better option in terms of attributes. We're going to go and choose all the cheap manufacturing methods right here, and then we go down here where we have kind of like the chassis of the thingy, and we're going to go and grab this, because that seems to be the better one for strength, which we're still missing 2 of. So, well, I'm going to go for that, I guess. Yeah, and then I will have to, wherever it's the cheapest, which is probably going to be the case right here, where we've got 2 blocks, and just going to have to upgrade the material a bit. And then that should be everything needed. awesome stuff. Quite humongous project, I'll have to say. Not too much assembly involved. I think I'll all keep it within the realms of the new big assembly line again, just because we've got so much stuff piling up here and it's only a one-time project. This assigning thing is still weirdly lagging. Maybe it's just because we've got so many different tables now, and it's like kind of loading in all of the relations between like the tables and the input zones and the boards and everything. Could be that. It's certainly not too comforting, this lag, but I guess I'll have to live with it. You guys don't get to see it anyways, because I'll place a cut, and I'll be back once I've got this all assigned. Alright, and back we are. As you can see, everything's assigned, and I've kind of run into the issue again that I probably... Why can I not execute? I'm missing something, am I? Oh yeah, right here. I've kind of run into the issue again that I probably do want another metal extruder, because, well, I mean, look at the, if this ever loads back in, look at the sheer amount of metal extrusion we're doing here, just like all this, that, and this, like half this contractor's metal extrusion, I'm like kind of pushing it all through one metal extruder, which I really don't like, I'll have to say. So I'm going to look in a second here into actually, whoa, can we, thank you. I'm going to look in a second here into actually getting us another metal extruder, but with all that now said and done, let's go and execute this thing. Let's go and prioritize it, because of course we've got a contract timing, but it's at 11 days, so honestly it's not too bad, I guess. The only kind of worry here probably being the metal extrusion. And to get another metal extruder, I'm not sure that's going to be enough space if I move everything one to the right, to be honest. Thinking about this, how are we doing for moon there? 66. So I could theoretically make a bit of space by removing something like the flower pot. I think I do want to... Okay. Well, the flower pot is like 40 mood, right? So that would leave us with 26. Now, if we are going to get another metal extruder, how much is that going to be of a drawback in terms of mood? And where is that even at? Here. 23. Okay. Fits right in. So yeah, I mean, up here, I don't think if we move everything to the right, we would have enough space. Alternative, new, I don't think that's an option because there's a door in the way. Yeah, if you look closely here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that door overlaps with that, so that's not really an option. I feel I will go and sell this thing. I'm going to move the billboard inwards. I'm going to put the metal extruder right there, basically. And I will also need another billboard. So that is something to take into account right there. I cannot actually put a metal extruder right here because the flipping water thingy's in the way, which is very annoying. But we can move that up there. That's nice. Okay, so the water thingy will go there. This billboard will go in the corner right there. Then we can place another billboard right next to it, probably. And once that is taken care of, which please take care of it. Thank you. Just move the thing out of the way, someone. Thank you too. And we will go. And okay, that is blocked by the billboard. This works, so we're gonna go and put another metal extruder right there. Gonna order it like that, and I totally forgot to order the billboard. New. Okay. Is this starting to get a bit laggy? Maybe it's just like the combination of all the crazy relationships, then like 60 employees on top, and all the tables and all the materials everywhere. I think it's just probably also running on one core or something. It's probably like a combination of all these factors. So kind of slightly annoying, but we cannot do all too much about it. So let's hope that's not going to lag out on us any further. I'm going to go and speed this up a bit. Airplane seems to be a bit behind, but that's because we're really mostly just unloading the materials thus far. So that should be getting caught up on soon. And these people don't have anything to do. All these assembly tables are not being used because everything's in here. Oh, God. See, that's the issue that I need to fix now. I think, yeah, we're going to also maybe work on already remodeling the building and everything. So, first things first, this room is actually going to grow as well. You know, we're going to have a few more sewing stations and stuff, and that way we can kind of adjust it to that, and, well, That should be all nice and fine, I hope, and, well, we can just expand these kinds of capabilities a bit more too. So we're going to order that like that for a start, and then we're going to have like one huge building right here, and that's going to be go for primary assembly then. Seems something just happened on the market. Not sure what it is. We've got another airplane contract, which is great. I mean, well, I would love to take that, but I think we should probably stagger those a bit. So everything's come in here in terms of materials, and maybe it hasn't. The guy's chucking everything out in a minute, which I really don't like. No, please, no. Oh god, that's so many things. No, actually, it's not too bad. Okay, so everything's been delivered. Let's hope that my workers will be able to keep up. A worker has collapsed from exhaustion. I really don't like that. I mean, we haven't really revised break rooms in quite a while, but honestly, we had so many that I wasn't really that worried about it. Ooh, but these are really getting used very crazily. Okay, so that's maybe something to take into account, especially given that we've got this huge assembly room up here now. Maybe I want another break room right here. That can just kind of be a replica of this one, basically, and then we can lower the load, because we do have a lot of load on these central ones. This one here is also not doing too well, but there's another one next to it, so that shouldn't be too bad. And this one down here not being used much at all at the moment. So maybe we want to kind of focus real quick on actually fixing that too. I'm just going to see how big this thing is. Seems to be 10 by 10 to me. So we will just be pulling out another 10 by 10 room out here if we can manage to start from this proper spot as well, which is this one. So 10 by 10, nice. And we will have a door right here in the middle of that, kind of like right on the opposite of that entrance, and we will want to order it like that, but we can't because we pulled out the wall in the wrong way. Can I still fix that? I hope I can. Let's try. Looks like it's actually a 10.5 room, which is weird. Well, we'll do a 10.5 by 10. It's not going to be a perfect square, but that is what it is. Did manage to fix it at least, which is great. This thing now absolutely lagging out, which is not great. Wow, what's happening here? It's like all going... Oh, was it because the time... Okay, that was because the time was kind of paused. But that's funny. That's all fixed now, so that's great. We've got so many trucks coming in now. Maybe you will actually need a second loading bay. God. Annoying. Very, very annoying indeed. But okay, so... We've got all these things planned. Now we should eventually... Yes, there are the workers, so that is great. That'll lag the game out even more with like... Or we just get 3 workers for both these projects, which, well, you know, I guess that's going to take a while longer. And we've got another truck coming in. Jesus Christ. What's that for now? We've also finally gotten this thing set up, so we should probably actually go and set this up. So this setup view, like, something about this is utterly lagging out. I think it's probably just that the game is probably optimized for like 1 core or maybe like 2 max. And then on top of that, you know, there is so much stuff going on now that it's just kind of, you know, struggling to keep up, which is slightly annoying, but that is going to be the way it is. We've got these 2 things linked. I will have to kind of link the billboard itself, so we have that set as an input zone. And then we've got all these tasks here, of course, that I now need to kind of slightly move over here myself. So... Oh, that's a lot of tasks. I'm just going to do that and I'll be back after. Alright, and all the metal extrusion tasks are moved onto the billboard, so that should hopefully increase the extrusion speed of this a bit, which should also hopefully help with the overall speed of the project. So that's nice. That's very good. Why? You know, it's like probably it was lunchtime and they just dropped the hammer and ran off, basically. Great. But okay, we do seem to have gotten a few more workers, which is great news indeed. They are still going to take an absolute... Why are you now swapping over again? And now they are swapping over again, and they're going to... Oh my god. The logic. But okay, so this is all being assembled nicely. That's actually pretty nice to have, and We've got a bigger room right here now. I don't want to overdo the expansion speed here, I'll have to say. Just kind of wary of that, given that, well, there is... Let me just think about this. Yeah, just kind of wary of that, given that, I mean, we've got a 200k buffer, but it's not like we've got crazy, insane amounts of a capital buffer, and we are hiring a lot more people and stuff, and there's still a bunch of bottlenecks. You know, this thing is way slower than that thing, so I don't want to overdo things now in terms of expansion. I do want to retain a pretty healthy capital buffer, so in case things actually go wrong really badly, I still have enough time to kind of countersteer, if that makes sense. Now, these people are all still very much being busy learning, so that's going to be a while before we can actually make them specialists, I think. I'm pretty sure I said I had 19 tables thus far. I don't think 10 workers will be enough for my second assembly room, to be honest, but we'll see about that. We'll probably need a few more. This stuff is expanded a bit now, so that is a great news in there. Indeed, rather, is what I wanted to say. I'm going to move the arcade into the corner here, I think. That way, I'm going to be able to add another painting booth right here, and I'll be adding another sewing station right there, but I just kind of want to see how much space the painting booth is going to use up. So if we can, for a start, move that out. Thanks a lot. I can find out more about that. So, no, not a welding station. I want a sewing... No, not a sewing station. I want a paint station. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, that's kind of good. I think what we're going to be doing next is we're going to, of course, need a billboard, so that's going to be squeezed into here, and then we can also just quickly move these things one to here just to kind of optimize the space, basically. And we will need another mood boosting item right here, so I'm just going to make that a candy dispenser, place that in the corner as well, order it like that. Then we're going to slowly have to move these things over one by one, which is always going to take a while, because, you know, the one disassembles it, the other picks it up, the third one assembles, basically. But, yeah, so that being the plan right there, and then we can get another sewing station in there, maybe even squeeze 2 in there. We'll have to see about that. But, nah, I think that's only enough space for one. Maybe we... I don't know. I mean, I would like to draw out the room a tiny bit more so we can squeeze in a 4th. But then again, I mean, that's kind of going to destroy the symmetry. And you guys know me. I love my symmetry. It's bad. What do I say? It is bad. I'm going to have to wait for them to actually take apart the sewing station, which is going to depend on them actually taking the mats off the sewing station, and then somebody's going to come and actually do that. Thank you very much. And this thing's actually way, way, way ahead of time, which is great news. I love to hear that. But, how's this thing doing, by the way? Not too well. Oh, yeah, right. That's probably because we've got the other thing prioritized. And, well, I mean, there's a lot of sewing to do as well, so that's kind of the bottleneck right there, and we're kind of taking care of that with a new sewing station here. But yeah, not enough space for a 4th one. Should be fine. That kind of allows us to easily place a door there at least. But the phone's ringing. Let me order that. Let me accept. Hey, have you seen those 2 commercials for exercise machines on TV? We need to get some of those 2. Can you help us out? That is Bros and Biceps. We already have them maxed out, and it's one of these... You don't get any rewards for what you do for us things. I mean, you know, it is probably a proper reward for, like, the amount of stuff they need, but, like, it's such a small contract. I just can't be asked to bother about that, like, seriously. But okay, so that's fine. We are at least ordering all these things. Workers now, not quite sure what that star icon was meant to mean, but I don't see anyone that I can promote, so, you know, we're going to move on. And, well, I kind of feel like we may need another truck bay, not gonna lie. But, we'll see about that in the future. Look at woodworking, just absolutely empty, because everybody else is now helping out in final assembly and stuff. It's kind of funny. But, this will all be moved into there then. I will just quickly set these things up too. So, we will now have the billboard, which is going to be paint stations, and then this input zone needs to be set up for the billboard, and that's kind of that now, newly set up for those things. And then we will also link the new sewing station to the new billboard, well, to the old billboard rather, of course. And that is going to be this little thing right here done, and hopefully also can help out with making these office chairs a bit faster than we are currently working away at that. But okay, that's great. So, with me ever increasing the lag, and with expansions becoming ever crazier, and us kind of losing out a bit of money, but honestly this is going to be done soonish and we will be back in the green. But, well, with all this money invested, with all this progress being made, and Jesus Christ, this factory doesn't even fit on my screen anymore when I'm fully zoomed out, I'm gonna end it off right here for today. So I hope you all enjoyed the episode. As always, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button right down below. That does always help out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all my future upcoming episodes. But with that said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.